it's Dustin again with My HomeKit Home, and in this video we'll be looking at the Eve weather. If you find the video useful, please like, share, subscribe. Let's go. Now, as you might have guessed, the Eve weather is an outdoor temperature, humidity, and air pressure sensor. It is wireless and connects over Bluetooth Low Energy using 3 standard AA batteries. You can also use the information that it collects to set automations using HomeKit. Let's look at how to set it up. Once we've downloaded the Eve for HomeKit app in the App Store, which is free, and you don't need an Eve product to use it. We'll go to the Settings tab on the bottom right. We'll tap on Add Accessory, and as you can see, the Eve weather pops up there once we've installed the batteries and pulled out the tab. Tapping on Eve weather will start the pairing process, which just takes a few moments. While we wait for that, hit that like button if you find the video useful. Once we're paired, we'll scan the HomeKit code. That is not the HomeKit code. Oh, there we go. Now that our code is scanned and we are connecting, we'd appreciate you hitting that red subscribe button just below the video. It does help out the channel and allows us to continue making these videos for you. Now, let's not bore you with this whole process. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. And now that we have added the accessory, we need to choose which room it'll be in. We can choose an existing room that we already have, or if we scroll down to the bottom here, we can see we can create a new room. It's really dealer's choice. I think I'll choose the porch for now. And tapping next at the top right brings us to the name of the sensors included in the Eve weather itself. Now, these are the names that Siri will listen for and give you that information, so you'll want to choose a name that is natural for you. I think for our temperature sensor, I'll go ahead and name it something like outdoor temperature, maybe? And let's do the same for the humidity, except, well, we're going to say outdoor humidity instead of temperature for obvious reasons. Now, interestingly enough, we're not able to rename the air pressure sensor, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, we need to set the elevation of our Eve weather. If you know your elevation, go ahead and choose that from the menu there, or you can just have the Eve weather detect it itself. Look at that. I'm at 530 meters above sea level. Now, we can see all of our final information here. Our accessory's been added. We can see it goes to the porch, our elevation. We'll tap down at the top right, and we can see how it's displayed here in the room. We've got our temperature, our humidity, and our air pressure there at a glance. If we tap on the device itself and go into the temperature and the drop down, we can see that we have all of our graphs, and we have graphs for hour, day, week, month, and year. Although it doesn't display anything for the shorter times, the hour and the day, it does have some information there for the week, the month, and the year, which is interesting. I guess it was left over from a previous install. We can also choose if we want to compare it. We can adjust the measurements, and we can choose if we want the graph to be smooth or not. And we see the basic same information with the humidity as well. You'll notice here we don't have any information for the air pressure sensor. Not exactly sure why that's not there. I'm assuming it's because, again, we don't have any air pressure sensing at the moment because it's a fresh install. But we can see here that from the year, month, and week, we do have some readings there. And that's really about it for the Eve app. Let's see what this bad boy looks like in the Home app. So we're here on the porch, as it were, and as you can see, we have a couple of new icons. You can see that it's 74% humidity, so let's go ahead and long press on that. Let's look at our settings to see what we can do with that. So of course we can change the name of the accessory. We can also see that the current relative humidity is at 74%. It's on the porch. We can decide to include it in our favorites, and after a bit we can see now that what the battery level is. So it says 64%. This of course is not the first time that I've used this. We can also see that it's not charging since it's not a rechargeable device. The Eve weather does take 3 AA standard batteries and has a lifetime of about 6 months. That of course can vary. Now looking at the temperature in the Home app, we can see it's basically the same except that it gives us the temperature, which is a nice 26.5 degrees. So what are my thoughts on the Eve weather? Well, I think it's a great sensor for monitoring outdoor temperature and humidity over time. The Eve app is really great for giving us really strong graphs and charts that we can use to monitor what's going on. The only complaint that I have about this, at least one of the only complaints, is that there's an air pressure sensor inside of this thing and we can't use it to really do anything. We can monitor over time what the air pressure is, but I'd like to be able to use it to maybe control my Eve Aqua. That would be a really great thing. So that's one of the complaints I have. This thing, and it was solved with the Eve Degree, the later cousin to this, is that this thing can kind of go through batteries a little bit. It's not nearly as bad as the Eve Room, but it can eat through batteries fairly quickly. So just so that you know that. Well, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. You can also follow us on social media at MyHomeKit-Home. You can also read up on our blog at myhomekithome.com. Well, that does it for this video. Until next time, this has been Dustin with My HomeKit Home.